Good evening, folks. Welcome to the Season 1, Week 16 IVRL matchup here. I'm going to be your caster Etch today. We've got Cataclysm versus After Hours in this After Hours cast of a Thursday. Excited to watch both these teams. After Hours, a relatively new team to the IVRL season. I believe this is their first cast, so excited to be casting them. Both of these teams are in the 20s range of the standings in the NA division, so definitely teams that are trying to climb the ranks and settle in their place for the season. And I can't wait to watch them. I haven't casted either of these teams this season. Afterwards, I haven't casted at all, so I'm sure we'll get to see some new faces, some new names, and some new plays. So bound to be exciting. Let's go ahead and talk about the bans. So, from the Cataclysm side, we have Bizarre and Snowpeak banned. And from the After Hours side, we have Subway and Cargo banned. So, if we take a look at these, looks like Cataclysm want to maybe take out some of the medium and larger range maps, Bizarre and Snowpeak. Nothing, they're leaving the big range still at play with Quarantine, Downfall, and Abandoned still around. Meanwhile, for After Hours, looks like they're taking out one of the short range maps and then sort of mid-range map. So for both of these teams, doesn't look like there's going to be anything particular about size. Could be bans for strength. Not entirely sure there. But we do have, remaining on the table, we have Suburbia, Quarantine, Abandoned, Downfall, Arctic, and Shipyard. So if I'm going to take a guess, I think, for map 2, we already know map 1, but for map 2, we either go Suburbia or we go somewhere big. I kind of expect to see a big map, probably depending on how map 1 goes, because map 1 is going to be Arctic. Now, Arctic is, I'm sure, home turf for Cataclysm, considering the maker of Arctic is the captain of Cataclysm, Heclac. It's a very fun CQB map that Heclac is the proud creator of, for whom we are thankful for. It's a very fun map, and it is back into play in this in the set 3 of the season. So why don't we go ahead and take a flyby of the map. So Arctic map is the Arctic Research Laboratory set somewhere in the Arctic region, as said by Heclac's lore. We've got this big hexagonal structure right in the middle. Got a radio tower and some warehouses. Got this middle pipe section here. It's a very short-range map with sort of 3 main corridors, you could say. There's a new expansion to the research lab itself, so that came with a helipad and some other features. But nevertheless, it's a pretty small map. With a lot of quick encounters. 30 seconds, and you'll be pretty close to being in a gunfight with the other team, and it's going to be an interesting map for map 1. It's really probably going to come down to utility usage and gunfights, and I'm sure Cataclysm have played a ton on it, given how much they probably tested it, and just having the creator on the team. I'm sure Heclac is always bugging them to play it, so will be interesting, especially with the new update. Maybe maybe they have some tricks up their sleeve. Let's go into the new 2-story warehouse by the helipad that just got added in. So there's some spaces up there to hang out. Containers right in the middle. A lot of cover to bound from. Multiple entry points. This takes us back into the south. And then let's go back over through the middle, through the east. Now, this middle corridor is very popular for gunfights, and a lot of engagement kind of takes place around here. because it really spans north to south. There is some added cover, so you do have a little bit of cover to protect you, but it is a very hot spot of activity and action. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. And now we've kind of entered into the south here. There's another warehouse here. That'll take us right to the east. But so we'll kind of just pop it out here. And then over here in the east, we've got that northeast section there with containers and that van. And we've got ourselves these two sort of green rooms here. Server rooms, per se. Take us right to our OBJ that we're going to be starting off with. So if we take a look at the mini-map, this is what we see. We've got ourselves a couple lanes. And we can go ahead and do some labeling. This is going to be kind of our mid lane here. Our OBJ is here. Little hex here. We've got our northeast warehouse here. Helipad. Center warehouse. Green room 1. Green room 2, of course. I'm going to do some horrible drawing here. This is my first time casting Arctic, so, I'm gonna use some of these terms, so just so that the audience knows what I'm talking about. Go with Southwest Warehouse. Making these things up as we go along. We got the pipes here. Got the antenna tower here. Got the hex. A couple of landmarks. Now, if we jump back into talking about the teams themselves, we've got most of Cataclysm in already. After ours, still waiting on a few of their folks to jump in. We have Heclac, Stubbs, Coach Coded, Blazer, 1, SG, and Ricky Tiki Sticks from the Cataclysm side. From the After Hours side, we got Chandler Sullivan, Ashley the Duck, Nazi K, and Bob the Gamer. Waiting on their fifth. Looks like they are going to be starting the match, as it is 5 minutes from the expected start time, and per IVR rules, we're going to be compliant. So let's jump in to the game.
All right. Watch out for the radar. Yeah.
Let's follow along with the Cataclysm side. See where they are off to. Got us a 3 going south, 2 going quick north, looking towards the hex, looking towards the north, while the 4 of the After Hours defense just settle in, not going to go too far, going to play pretty tight, starting off with a disadvantage. Probably the way to go. Blazer calls out that he's got the radar dome or hex. It's probably the most further pushed up attacker. The other 3 holding the center line. And 1 kind of in the back, rotating towards the north. Call coming in from, I think, Heclac, their IGL, that they're holding east side tight, which is correct. They are not exposing much at all here. Coach Codeth making a lot of noise here. I'm sure Bob the Gamer's hearing it. He's about to peek, Bob. Ooh, but maybe he's gonna toss utility first. Spots Bob, here's the call up, pushes up, gets the pick. 5v3, Heclac gonna find another. Coach Codeth gonna find himself again. Another one, leaving just Chandler Sullivan on the OBJ. Chandler now in a precarious spot, finds Stubbs. They know where he is now. He's looking for Heclac next. He's going to find Heclac. Going to swing, look for Coach. Next, he's going to find Codit. 1v2 spots Ricky. Tries to get the pick. Can't get the pick yet. Now he's going to re-peek. Not going to find it. Ricky going to toss utility. Blazer also putting shots down. Sullivan under a lot of pressure, but 1v2 winnable, completely finds Blazer in a trade. What a valiant effort by Chandler there, trying to pull back that 1v5. Great work by Chandler, but hurts to start down a man. As Cataclysm find their first point. Albeit one that was a little hairy at times. Oh, here, shout out to the folks who are in chat. Thank you for joining us on this Thursday evenings in an After Hours cast with Team After Hours and Team Cataclysm. Thank you to Make It Great 808 for the follow. We appreciate you. But that was a quick, fiery end to that round. Chandler with a valiant effort, but nevertheless, found 4. He just couldn't find his 5th. He could have. If he had gotten Ricky when he first peeked him, before the re-peek, if he had gotten that pick there, he had a shot. And then the trade happened at the end. I mean, who knows? It could have been an after-hours win and an ace clutch. But bodes well for their future rounds if they can keep that kind of momentum up. And Cataclysm pinch a little off there. Weren't able to get the refrag in time, but they got the round nevertheless. They had enough bodies to throw at it. Looked like they were trying for a cap as well, so I'm sure they took a little extra risk to see if they can get that cap, considering they've got 5 guys up compared to just 1 on that side. But let's jump back in as we get to round number 2.
Too. That's the thing that sucks.
I got shot through the petrol and the petrol was completely solid. Kind of unfair for me.
Alright, on this, careful in the building.
Looks to be a heavier north push. Eyes already looking down north as Coach Kodith is going to find his first victim. Blazer also looking to put shots down from the Hex. He's got 2 targets. He spots 1, but it's going to be a trade. 4v3. Cataclysm still holding out on top here. With 4 kind of tucked back in. Just Coach still holding kind of a long angle. Diamond seems to be checking the Hex to see if it's going to be an exchange. Diamond and Coach going to be putting shots out at each other. Both of them still surviving. Diamond going to re-rotate. Coach going to re-rotate.
Another one on the north side.
They rotated kind of towards this middle section here. CK, Ashley, and Diamond. A defensive posture. Trying to assess what's going on.
Yeah, I can't see your back for a moment, alright? So you gotta watch your back at times.
Looks to be a heavy center push. Smoke's coming out to guide them on this. More smokes, one of those landing a little deep. Question is, does defense still have coverage? Stubbs looking with coverage. A great frag. Gonna land, gonna find a double from Heclac. He's got to find the conference mill. Diamond goes the last alive attacker, walking into a bear trap of defenders from the north. They still haven't gotten those confirms. Ricky hears Diamond, calls him out. Ricky rotates off, though. Coach rotating in for the pinch. Diamond is surrounded. He's got to make some kind of rotation. Maybe try to get these reses. If he can pick up even just 1, his odds can increase pretty dramatically. Let's see what he's able to do. What a shame for Cataclysm to not get those confirms. He's gonna pick up one off of that flash. Don't know if they can get CK though. CK is...
Two confirmed, I think. Two confirmed, so 3v4.
Yeah, Cataclysm thinking it's a 3v4. It's really a 2v4, but...
I think it's warehouse. I think it's subway.
Actually, the Doc might be walking into Stubbs' line of fire here if they're not careful. He is going to find Ricky first, though. Gonna get the res. And back out in time. Wow. Huge play there. Now it's a 3v3. CK nearly making it a 3v2, though. With a near team kill, but keeps it alive for the moment.
There's one left near objective in that little building.
They've identified Heclac. They have not identified Stubbs. Nor Coach.
Trying to creep up a few things.
Looks like Diamond is going to push back to the north. 2 minutes left. Coach a little bit undecided on where he's going to watch at the moment. Trying to cover both north entry points. Gonna have to be careful here. Diamond about to get an angle onto Coach. Coach drops it late. Coach now looking south, standing up. Diamond might find an exposed Coach. Looks for him, but Coach is going to get that pick. Heclac gonna find another pick, leaving just CK, who is gonna walk into a line of fire from Stubbs. A rapid succession of kills from Cataclysm. Get them the round. Let's go ahead and watch that in full screen. I think we got all three of those picks. Coach finds the first. Heclac finds the second. Stubbs finds the third. Fantastic work from Cataclysm. That was a pretty epic round there from both sides. Great grenade from Heclac that took out two. Probably could have won the round for them, but they were able to get the reses, and then a really good hold from Cataclysm, which was what they designed that defense for. It looked like they were very diligent in what they were holding. We are going to jump back in to round number 3. Looks like we're going to have a hard center push with one going south, one going north. Let's see who's going to get into first engagement. Stubbs with the shield. Looking to call some folks out. Might have spotted Ashley. Stubbs clarifying the friendly and saving them. Coach, though, going to find himself the first at that center northeast warehouse. Oh, very, very close nade from Stubbs there. Nearly finds one, but that smoke gotta do decent work there. Ashley the Duck somehow gonna find an exposed piece of Stubbs, but Coach Code finally gets that pick and a second. Now it's just Bob, the gamer, left alive, rotating back in, trying to cover this. They are going to get those smokes on. Can they get the res, though? The smokes are raining back in. The kill count might be off. Ricky going to find Bob again. Now they have to know there's only one left. Coach not going for the cap. Going to go for the kill and going to find it. Putting Cataclysm up 3-0. That was a great round once again from Cataclysm. They've just been on point. They clearly know this map, and Stubbs with that shield work, identifying one, maybe two, smoke. Not quite landing where they wanted, but still doing enough to cause chaos from that one defender by the, whatever these things are. Hey, tanks? Barrels? Barrels. We'll go with barrels. What are they? Let's see. It is barrels of methanol. Amazing thing to have in a war zone. A research laboratory. Not surprising. Anyways, defender there, started panicking, started dumping rounds, trying to back out, allowing Coach Kodit to really work his way around into that warehouse, find an angle onto him. Not quite sure how Stubbs went down. Unless something must have been exposed, or he must have been standing, or something weird kind of happened there. And then the pinch kind of just happened at that point. They lost one or two picks, and the pinch really started happening. So Cataclysm doing a good job at really identifying the defense and attacking off of it. I'd like to see After Hours get a little bit more aggressive and maybe counter that, see if they can take the fight to them and shake things up a little bit here. But let's see what happens on this new OBJ as After Hours go on the attack.
It's one south.
Coach Kodith finding that first pick. Coach has just been on fire in this early going.
I just want middle.
Laser gonna find another, putting really good numbers advantage for them now. He's looking for Ashley the Doc. Just Ashley the Doc swings around, looks for the pick, and it's gonna be a trade. Huge win for Blazer there to come out on top with that, leaving just 2 of After Hours. Wow. Make that 1 as Ricky is going to find Diamond Ghost. It's all up to Chandler. Chandler is slowly trying to creep in and make a breach of some kind. If he picks out Coach Coded, he opens up the south a little bit, but still a hard push. Hecla calling out for watching the radar dome entrance, which is exactly where Chandler Sullivan's coming from. He's going to clear the south, though, or try to. Creeping up in the little bit of a gap here in this defense. He's bypassing Coach Kodet. Could get behind Heclac. See what he can do. He picked off 4 in a round already once. Can he do it again? He's hearing he's hearing Coach Codeth moving on that south side. If Coach continues and swings on him, he's gonna find an exposed Chandler Sullivan, but he's not gonna quite go so far, I think. Chandler is gonna find himself Heclac and push up. Now Coach is rotating back in closer from the south. Coach keeps running in. Chandler can find himself another. See if Chandler is going to hold this long enough. Is Coach going to keep running? Coach is actually going to run through the inside of the green room, bypassing Chandler's angle, luckily. Let's see where Coach goes next. Coach making more noise. Rotate back south. Chandler healing all of this. Not quite sure what to do. He's trying to just see if he's going to find himself an easy pick. Two minutes on the clock. Chandler working with the time as best as he can. It's a pretty pivotal round. Being down 4-0 is going to be much harder to climb out of 3-0. If you can make it 3-1, odds are much better for After Hours here. He's about to walk into a waiting Stubbs, it seems like. Or Ricky, actually. Ricky's prone and waiting, a very tough angle to contend with. Stubbs seems to have heard Chandler. Maybe one slight footstep, one extra breath. Eyes are going to train this way quickly. Chandler working from the south potentially has a much better approach angle if he can take care of Coach, but going this way with Ricky lasered in there is going to be really tough and tight, especially with Ricky being prone there. Ricky going to spot him onto the van, but Chandler, lucky to survive, runs away. Eyes onto Ricky. He's got to deal with Coach if he's going to go this way. Coach hearing it, Chandler hearing it as well. Inches from each other. He's looking for Coach. He's going to find Coach. Can he find Ricky prone? He's looking for Ricky. He's going to find Ricky. Looking for Stubbs. Going to find the final pick. Putting a point on the board for After Hours. A 4-piece once again for Chandler. This time, though, with a clutch. That's point number 1 for After Hours. Waking up finally. Started off a little slow, 4v5. They finally started picking up some momentum, but what a fantastic job by Chandler there. I didn't even get a chance to catch that on replay. Let's walk through that again. So Chandler worked his way from the middle, worked out here, and he worked his way up here, dealt with his first pick, then waited for quite a while, identified that Stubbs was in the northwest. He heard him. He took shots from Ricky, found out where Ricky was, so he knew where those two were. So then he worked his way back out here, heard Coach, quick swing, gets this pick, quick swing, I think it was there. Yeah, gets this pick, quick swing back, gets that pick. Just really good work to just dice that up and handle that cleanly. Let's put these in red instead. Why not? Got colors. That was just fantastic work. Fantastic work by Chandler there. Can't draw it up better than that.
Delta.
Fox and Delta.
Let's go see what the after hours team is talking about. Looks like it is going to be a round reset though. We are switching OBJs over to the helipad in the northwest. We haven't had much combat on this side of the map so far, with most of it being on the eastern side, so the west side's a little different. I think you've got a lot more indoor areas, you've got more corridors, so it'll be interesting to see if Cataclysm runs that shield again, and how they play it.
That when somebody asks us, we always somehow die. Maybe that's a me
Complaining,
problem.
bro. We're still in this game. We're not out of it yet.
We're not out of it. That is the attitude to have.
There's one in here, Coach.
Are Herber's with me?
Stubbs calling out not CK. Gonna toss a flash in that warehouse, try to clear it. Maybe a frag, actually. Let's see. He's gonna get the frag out and get CK a little martyrdom frag there. Meanwhile, Ricky refrags, or actually Ashley the Doc gonna find a pick. And Ashley gonna trade with Hecklack.
There's one more north warehouse.
Ricky getting pushed by Diamond. Diamond trying to take advantage of this. Get some more real estate. Sees that shield. Maybe a little tempted to go grab it. Coach gonna come for reinforcements if Ricky allows him to get through. I don't know if he was shooting at Rick or at Coach.
Yeah, one more north warehouse.
Ricky hears Diamond pull off, and he's gonna go chase him a little bit. Meanwhile, Coach tossing a smoke, trying to pinch from the south, pull some attention this way. Oh, but Diamond is gonna spot him. Clean and clear. Get that pick. Coach trying to put some more smokes out. They know exactly where he is, no doubt about it. He's looking for Bob. I'm gonna get a trade. After Hours get their second point. And we're quickly to a 3-2. I mean, 3 points up for Cataclysm, and they've split it out a little bit after that point. After hours kind of really waking up and getting some points on the board here. And every point matters in the IVRL format. It's first to 5, best of 2 maps, so every single point matters. If you get 5-0'd or you get a 5-1 map, it puts that much more pressure on you in map 2, because to even have a chance at a tie, you've got to have an equivalent 5-1 victory on your end, which is quite hard if you really think about it. But the benefit of the format is that, you know, on the other hand, you've got 5 maps, so you've got an extra opportunity, or extra opportunities to try to mount a comeback. So that is all. That, you know, there's a flip side of that factor as well. So we see a lot of teams go down 3 points, 4 points, and they're able to come back. So that's the benefit of it. But this has quickly turned into a close game, and After Hours might be taking that one after Cataclysm looked quite strong on that initial couple rounds.
Hey, watch the hard push. Watch the hard push.
Shut down the tree, choke point.
Blazer putting down shots down that south alleyway. Chandler gonna peek this where Ricky is holding a pretty tight line. And Ricky gonna spot him first.
One mid, -1.
Blazer putting down more shots. His smoke did land through. He's trying to keep them from pushing. Calls for help. Getting a flash out. CK is gonna be pushing off of closer, as well as Ashley the Doc. They've got that smoke. That smoke doing wonders to allow him to push through that line. Blazer, they're going to re-rotate a bit. Coach with a very tight line. That he is going to win that one, but only downed. Finally confirmed. And now Ashley going to put a smoke out to cover at northern line. Meanwhile, we've got Bob the Gamer pushing up this north. Spotted by Stubbs behind him somehow. I don't know how he got over there. Diamond a little concerned about their backside off of that. Looking strong for Cataclysm at the moment here with this round. Stubbs throwing a frag. Gonna find nobody at the moment. Blazer gonna find Diamond on that peak, and now it's all up to Ashley the Doc. Got a decent idea of how many defenders or attackers are remaining. A little bit of a push out by Blazer, looking for this pick. Ashley gonna turn around and find him though. A little aggressive there. Ashley gonna push in. Gonna look for Ricky, gonna find and expose Ricky. That's 2 down for Cataclysm. Ashley looking for the remaining 3 defenders, rotating, adjusting to cover for it. Just Codeth, really, making an adjustment. If Ashley held that doorway, could have found Stubbs, but now Ashley has to deal with Coach Codeth here, holding that south angle. Stubbs as well, looking south. Ashley with the smoke. Figuring out where to toss it. Throws it out there. Pulls her attention. You see those lasers turn immediately. Crosses that angle. Luckily not spotted by Stubbs. Looks like Stubbs was pushing off of it or getting an alternate angle. Stubbs pushing up aggressively to hold a tighter angle. Stubbs continues his push. Ashley will find it, but Kodith, hearing Ashley, says he's still in there. Just hold your positions. If Ashley tries to leave this doorway, which Ashley is going to do, going to find one, if not two, lasers on him, as Kodith is going to find the pick. And Kodith with an 11-3 KD rocking on Cataclysm's map pick, Arctic. Cataclysm at map point here, looking to close off map 1 4-2, but if After Hours can get another point, it helps their odds for map number 2 immensely. Because, of course, a 5-2 victory for Cataclysm means they need 3 points on map 2 to win. That's all they need. 2 points makes it a tie, 3 points makes it a win. And I think if you put up 3 points, then Cataclysm has to win 4 points to make it a win, which is a little bit harder. So, to me, getting 3 points a map, even on a map you're not doing so well on, or a map that you're struggling a little bit on, you know, you're not expecting it, if you can get 3 points on it, you're in a pretty good position to really play out map number 2. Because that really puts you in a position where you can win all your Volk rounds. And if you just win 1 or 2 Marsoc rounds, you can pretty much take it. So I think that's really, 3 is the magic number in my head for a map. If you're going to lose on a map, get 3 points. Win probability will be pretty good at that point. But win probability is not 100% yet. After Hours can still go ahead and put up another point here. Put up 2 more points here. Put up 3 more points here. And win this map still.
Alright, 809, 1620. Is anyone peeking warehouse? No, what? Okay.
Middle warehouse.
Okay. That's in the, oh, sorry, the warehouse. Yeah, you need to find new names besides warehouse. Everything's a warehouse.
Hecklack recognizing that
I don't know.
everything is a warehouse. This is true. This is very true.
Okay.
I drew 4 warehouses at the beginning of this cast when I was trying to figure out what I'm going to call all these buildings.
Alright, you know what? I'm gonna go back. I'm backtracking. I'm gonna go north warehouse and I'm gonna peek the radar tower, okay?
Hecklack about a peak radar tower, he says, from the north. Chandler here hanging out, but looking south, not really challenging the north. He's looking for Blazer and Stubbs spots. Stubbs and Kodith gonna find the quick refrag.
Tower dead.
Gonna get to 12-3. Early advantage for Cataclysm.
Alright, let's start pushing the north. Try to get that garage.
Meanwhile, we've got Stubbs here pushing the south. Sees Diamond Ghost. Gonna force Diamond to rotate. Gonna toss a frag. Gets a frag out. Gonna find a Diamond Ghost. A fantastic frag from Stubbs.
Did you think it's the south building?
But Blazer is gonna get the confirm.
Nice kill.
Blazer and CK gonna be trading. Stubbs, though, grabs a gun. No longer holding the shield. 2v4. Looking strong for Cataclysm as that becomes a 1v4. Ashley the Doc, last member alive. Coach Kodith, though, in a position to potentially cap under the nose of Ashley the Doc. They've got to keep Ashley alive. Ashley, though, gonna swing, gonna find the first pick. 3 members left. Little bait and trap there. Has to deal with the shield, though. Looking to do something about it. Gets a flash out. Pushing objective closer. Stubbs might be going for the cap, but not before Ashley the Doc goes out and dies. Great work by Cataclysm, great teamwork, great pinching, great gunplay, great utility all across the board. Just really well done by them to put the pressure on After Hours and take map 1 5-2. It's a strong map win for them there, and now After Hours have a tough challenge ahead of them. They've got to have an equally dominant map number 2, if not more dominant, to try to put up a win or tie. Like we said, with the IVRL format, it is first to 5, best of 2 maps, so it is possible to tie. Ties are perfectly acceptable. Ties are... We don't discriminate against ties here. It's okay to tie. 2 teams are equally matched and play equally strong on 2 maps, then they deserve a tie. That's our philosophy here, so... If we have a 2-5 scoreline map number 2, it will be a tie. With ties, of course, there is we do have a leaderboard, and a tie is a victory for the underdog. We've always got 2 teams. One is ranked higher than the other. Now, there are situations where they're ranked so closely together that you've got, they're basically equal teams, in which case nobody won, nobody lost. But in the case of when you have an underdog and you have a favorite, a tie is usually a win for the underdog because they perform better than you'd expect them to perform based on their initial standing. So that is what we kind of base some of the movement for the rankings on. So if the underdog wins or if the underdog ties, they've done really well for themselves. So in any case, I'm going to drop us into a quick intermission as we rehost the lobbies, and we'll be back shortly for map number 2. And we are back to map number 2, which is going to be Abandoned. So we go from probably the smallest map in the pool to one of the biggest maps in the pool in Abandoned. Also a newer map, so we'll have to see. Maybe After Hours have a few things up their sleeve to throw off Cataclysm and try to get themselves a dominant win of their own. So this is anybody's game here, but Cataclysm had great coordination and teamwork in map number 1, so I wouldn't be surprised if that comes to play again in map number 2. The question is the familiarity. How familiar are they with this map? But if they've done their homework and they're familiar with it, then I think they've got an equal opportunity to perform just as good on this map. But Abandon is a bigger map, of course, a different beast than Arctic. A lot more long-range action, a lot more potential for flanks, for ambushes, etc. But we are going to be jumping into round number 1 of map 2. Both teams are in. Same rosters playing.
Pick off one, trying to go to the spot. But keep going with the route. Whoever I had on me, I think is... I don't remember. I'll catch up.
Ashley? No, yeah, it was Ashley.
Chandler here looking for any early peeks onto people trying to get into the apartments. They're not going to find anybody. The remainder of the After Hours team all going to be pushing quickly up the west side towards the 3-story apartments, where they will be running into resistance in Stubbs, but not till Stubbs gets into position upstairs. Meanwhile, the remainder of the defense, we've got Ricky is going to find himself Chandler, who was still just trying to push out of that building, but perhaps took a route that he should not have. Meanwhile, shots from Stubbs down onto Ashley, I think. They're going to be putting shots of their own onto Stubbs. Three of After Hours here. The 4th member is right there. Asking you shall receive. Diamond goes with the pre-fire down onto Stubbs. It seems like they have lost Chandler, who is, I think, the IGL for After Hours, leading their team. It sounded like it, at least, based off of the callouts and coordination coming out of them. But all eyes on Stubbs in the 3-story, attacking it. With Bob the Gamer really pushing up. Maybe off that suppression. I think Stubbs has heard it, though. Bob the Gamer trying to clear as much of this as he can.
3 stories by the east wall.
Ashley the Doc gonna be finding Ricky, who seems to have maybe tried to push around him a little bit. And I'm stuck in a box. Still trying to attack Stubbs. Bob the Gamer and Stubbs just a floor away.
No, man, I'm totally fucking surrounded. It's alright.
And Bob the Gamer with a
3 stories dead.
great blind fire there. Gonna find that pick. Now Nazi K kind of creeping up the tanks. Tank warehouse. Laser right on the other side of it. This laser's quite close. Meanwhile, it looks like Coach Kodith has made a rotation to cover that void left by the Death of Stubbs. Looking at that 3-story, if Bob chooses to peek it, which he's close to doing, not quite yet, Coach might be looking for the pick. Meanwhile, over here back in that tank warehouse, Blazer's going to find himself 1 in Ashley Dock with still 2 still remaining. Probably trying to push and find him. CK is looking. Oh, if CK had peeked a little bit further, he had a great opportunity there to get that pick, but onward is a game of milliseconds, and a few there lead to Blazer staying alive. Blazer now peeking this way, might be taking out Bob the Gamer first, behind CK, who's still trying to figure out what is going on, where this guy is, and how to deal with him. Just looking back this way, Blazer's gonna be taken down by not CK this time. But not before Blazer found himself 2 picks. Making this a 2v2. Heclac kind of trying to get around that south side and get in a stronger position to defend, but Diamond Ghost pushing as well. Who's gonna find who? Who's gonna hear who? Diamond Ghost seems to have keyed in on something. Heclac making a slow peek. Diamond gonna toss a flash, but Heclac gonna peek at the right time. Find that pick, making this a 2v1. Coach in the north, Heclac in the east. CK with an approach from the west right now. He's got to find Heclac first. Where's Heclac now? Heclac is still on the south side. You know, he heard that flash, so he's got to know there's a defender on the north side of him. Coach must know something of his own. Getting closer to engaging. CK has a lot to cover, though. And the time is actually going to beat them, but Coach actually gets a frag kill, and CK gets a refrag before that frag kill. I didn't even pay attention to the time. After Hours running out of time as the timer takes him to the after hour of the round. See what I did there? Ha ha ha, yes. Things that happen at 11 p.m. It's a long day, folks. That's a good round for both sides. After I was really, getting a couple picks after going down early, they were able to still get a couple picks to even out those numbers. A great attack onto Stubbs and a pick there from, I think it was Bob the Gamer. That's a really tough spot to deal with. Dealing with that 3-story is very, very tough, but they did a good job at it. Suppression, drone, lots of things going on there to keep his attention. Now we jump to Cataclysm attack. Ricky gonna find himself a quick flick onto the pipes. Stubbs working around the 3-story this time with another attacker with him, Blazer. Hecklock working the east side over here, a little bit further south than his teammates. They have identified Ashley the Dock, it seems. Ashley the Dock putting shots of their own back, staying alive here, which is half the battle. Does look like we've got maybe a drone in the air somewhere. Not sure. But more suppressive shots. Meanwhile, Blazer and Stubbs have really worked far north. Working around that 3-story. Allowing them to really get in a position to surprise this this defense here. Stubbs with that 12x looking into the apartments, trying to see if he can spot anything. Chandler might be the one to look for, but unlikely to happen. A lot of attention is focused south. But Stubbs working from this north angle could have a chance to get Diamond Ghost here. Who's twirling their gun. Carefree. Unaware they're going to be exposed from this north angle here. As Stubbs is working that northeast rock side. Lots of shots going out still. Pre-fire and blind fire and noise suppression and whatnot. But that sneak attack is working. Actually, not blind fire. Chandler going to find a couple of one-taps onto Ricky there. Not confirmed, though. Meanwhile, Ashley the Dock, Blazer shooting at each other. And Ashley going to come out on top. Stubbs is in a very, very powerful kind of angle right now. Could potentially maybe find CK depending on the peak. Could deal with Diamond. Could leave Bob or Ashley completely out of the picture if they get a couple picks here. I mean, heck, he could maybe walk up and just cap. Who knows? Let's see what this defensive formation looks like from the front side. CK is the one he's got to deal with, and he's looking for CK. He's got the backside, gets that one tap down, but CK is going to be able to call it out. Chandler, though, going to have to rotate, try to do something about this. Stubbs has to move quickly off of this, try to go for the cap. Has to deal with Diamond, though, of course. If he can take care of Diamond. Chandler has rotated a bit to try to cover this angle. I think there might be a blind spot here if he can just deal with Diamond. Just has to take care of that. Chandler going to get a flash out. Probably good enough to catch Stubbs. Chandler not pushing off of it. Chandler very concerned about Stubbs here, as he should be, but that is a fantastic counter angle. But Stubbs might be able to find Diamond, which is more than enough damage. He's looking for that headshot. He's taking the shots, not able to land it, but Coach off of that is going to find the pick, leaving after hours with just Chandler and Ashley left. Ashley too far away to really do anything. If Stubbs is able to not do anything, it's taken out there. Ashley going to find Hecklock now, just 2v2. Very quickly after hours pulling it back. Coach, though, might know where Chandler is. If he can take care of Chandler, maybe even just a couple of smokes are enough to take care of the job. Ashley is in a dangerous position. Chandler peeking the outside. Risky proposition. Coach gonna go prone and push it up there, which is probably the right move. Chandler, oh man, Chandler keeps peeking this. If Chandler peeks at the right time, he might find an exposed Coach who is not ready for that kind of quick peek. 40 seconds, this play has to happen quickly. They've got to find Chandler. That is the key to victory for Cataclysm right now. Ashley finds Ricky. It's all up to Coach. 26 on the clock. Coach, unclear where to look. Might have heard that voice. Hears Chandler, pushes a little bit quicker. He knows that timer's running. He's looking for Chandler, gonna find Chandler, but Ashley has rotated back closer at the right time to get that clutch. If Ashley stayed where they were, oh boy, that could have been a cap. Oh boy, that could have been a cap. This map looks to be a close back and forth here. But After Hours have to tread carefully. They cannot give up more than 3 points if they want to hold on to trying to get a win here. So After Hours getting a cap or really just putting up a succession of points here is pretty pivotal for them. One cap is enough to really turn the tides, but Coach in a position could have very well got that cap, but Ash's rotation was just at the right time. I think Chandler might have called it in, which is probably what led to his death, but if he did call it in, it was at the right time and so close to being a 3-point swing the other way.
Copy 3, we'll move to apartments.
If we were playing Minecraft, that would go in the strip mines, but I'm not. It's not Minecraft.
Onward.
Probably pick him up right here.
I'm gonna shoot right here. That
Blaze are going to find the first
Sorry, northwest.
pick from the
-1.
3-story? Yep, 3-story. Identifies the spawn, calls it out.
Yeah, likely going to go to the apartment site. I've got a...
We know the attack is coming from the apartment side. Element of surprise. Now lost for After Hours, as well as one of their teammates.
I see one behind tank. Not too sure. Just a black smudge, but
Stubbs going to be hearing all of these footsteps around him very shortly. Multiple attackers on him. Stubbs with that 12x SKS is going to be in a close quarters battle any second. Ashley pushing on him. Ashley and Stubbs just on the other side of the wall from each other. Stubbs trying to figure out where this attacker is. Ashley walks in, looks at Stubbs, and finally gonna get the kill. Wow. Stubbs, unfortunately, could not tell that Ashley was so close, and now CK pushing up a little bit, looking for Ricky maybe soon. Coach Codit returning back towards the OBJ tank warehouse to add some reinforcements. Coach pushing up and looking out of that little trench there, and Ashley's gonna take off his head for that. Now Heclac and Blazer are in a position to potentially have to rotate. Ricky taking shots, not landing onto Diamond Ghost, and they know where Ricky is now. Bob the Gamer, meanwhile, over on the beach side, gonna find himself another pick. Ashley putting shots at the Blazer. The pinch is happening. Not CK with a 2 or 3. Maybe it's a smoke. Maybe it's a frag. We'll have to see which one it ends up being. I think CK's in a position to get a quick kill and try to go for a cap here. Ricky is his opposition. Can he get Ricky? What does he have in that underbarrel is the question. He knows where Ricky might be based off of those shots. Spots Blazer, smokes out Ricky, gets another smoke out, gets another smoke out. Ricky is in a tough position, has to deal with all of this. He looks, comes in the smoke, picks off CK, saves the cap. Ricky drops out of the trench. No one's here to challenge OBJ, but this is the perfect time. Ricky out of position to defend the OBJ, returning back as quickly as he can to make sure nobody's capping. Clears it. Unfortunately, Ashley, Bob, and Diamond are not in a position to really put pressure. Blazer and Ashley about to engage. Ashley gonna find that pick. Ricky, though, looking for a refrag onto Ashley. Ashley looks back. There's smoke everywhere, blocking their lines of sight there. And Ashley gonna finally find Ricky, who was being pinched. Alive for After Hours on that final push there. Apologies, folks, for some of the silence. Caster here, Etch, is running on fumes and occasionally needs to nourish himself to keep up with all this action. But After Hours still alive. The win is very much possible for them at the moment. They're up 2-1. They've got to prevent Cataclysm from getting to 2 points to get a win. They've got to prevent it from getting 3 points to still have hopes for the tie. So razor thin margins that we're dealing with at the moment.
That's what I'm saying.
Take it each round.
Take one round at a time, but each round should be the same.
Just some more pre-fire from Ricky. As Hecklack and the other attacker approach from that southeast side towards the
Crossover
Apartments.
first. Crossover first. Watch out for 3-story.
Diamond, though, gonna spot out Blazer. Well, Coach finds himself Chandler. Diamond finds himself another, and heck, like shutting down that eastern side approach.
Delta 2. Show up and get close to the tank building. You don't have to push the tank building, but just try to get close to it.
Ricky pushing up while Coach and Stubbs still holding back. Scopes trained in. A lot of concern about that 3-story, which has been cleared. I don't think they know that quite yet, though. After hours sitting here with a 1-man advantage, 4v3. Every kill matters a lot on a big map like this. Cuts down the attack just by a bit more, cuts down the utility by a bit more. Ricky pushing up towards the pipes now. Stubbs and Coach still holding back with Overwatch angles onto 3-story and apartments. The downside of this is that when Ricky makes his final approach towards the tank warehouse, he's going to be a good 30+ seconds ahead of his teammates. Clears out the pipes, pushes a little bit closer. It's just a stone's throw away, and as we were saying, that Coach and Stubbs have both really caught up towards Ricky. If we look at that mini-map, just a straight line across, and Ricky really slowing down just enough to allow his teammates to do that. Stubbs looking for Diamond Ghost. Coach looking for that 3-story. Nobody there yet, though. The pick has been had, but of course they don't know it, and they are spending a lot of time to try to clear it. Minute 54 to clear. Diamond is going to spot out Stubbs and get that pick, making it a 4v2. Big picks for Diamond this round.
Okay, 3-story is dead.
Coach finally confirming that 3-story is dead.
Alright, I'm not gonna contest apartment street.
Ricky deciding he can't contest the apartments. Well, Coach in a firefight with CK or Ashley. Can't quite tell. Ashley's got that laser looking up this way. Ashley drops it at that moment when Coach finally peeks it.
Inside,
Well, Ricky
inside tank
just
building.
a wall away from
West
tank
side.
building.
Two inside tank building, west side.
The Coach gets taken out by CK on the outside of the tank, and
Oh, motherfucker.
Ricky disappointed with that smoke. Ashley putting shots, not landing. He's surrounded. He's got 30 seconds. Not only does he have 4 enemies, he's got to deal with the clock. He pushes up here. CK exposed, but gets the shots on him, and Diamond Ghost gets the kill. That's a 4-piece for Diamond Ghost that round. After I was showing why they picked into this map, they're doing a great job on defense and offense, just all across the board. going up 3-1, and if they can just continue putting this pressure, they have a real shot at winning the match. I mean, the total score is 6-5 right now. 6-5. I mean, after map number 1, we didn't really think it was that close, but right now, it's close. That's what matters. After Hours just have to keep doing what they're doing. They just have to keep putting up points and keep Cataclysm on the sidelines, because Cataclysm just need 1 point to tie this thing up. This is literally match point at every single round. 1 more point, Cataclysm have basically a guaranteed tie, except for the 6-point scenario that is pretty rare. So, pretty fantastic stuff from them. We are going to be switching OBJs to the South OBJ inside of this building, 2-story building, chemical warehouse, whatever it is. And this is one with a quick spawn, although the teams are not going to be getting the quick spawn this time around.
Spawn, but no.
No,
no.
look, one play I watched was people 5-stacked on that water thing over there, and they waited for them to come. It was so funny.
After I was hoping for the quick spawn, not going to get it though, and it would have really been something to watch if they did, but I honestly think they've been doing well at the long range so far.
Told you.
Compared to how Arctic went, I think that it's not a bad thing to have the range.
Seriously, I don't even need to be here tonight. This is insane. You guys are doing great. I feel bad for how bad I'm doing. Huh?
The cart before the horse.
Chandler proud of his team.
You never know.
You know, it's a fantastic runs in Arctic. I don't know what he's talking about. Oh, and Stubbs makes that cross as Ashley just doesn't look for that angle now. Ashley's looking for those shots. Looks and gonna get Stubbs, who falls over onto the beach side. But unfortunately not going to be confirmed. Early advantage for After Hours. Not really a resable body. Great timing and positioning. Trying to confirm, not going to quite get it though. Could prove costly, but they've got the time. They can let that body bleed out if they're patient. But Blazer going to find CK over this east side, pushed up into that east side tunnel. Actually looking for the refrag. Probably not quite sure where Blazer is. If Blazer pushes further, Ashley will have it, but if Blazer does not, Ashley might have some utility to contend with and challenge it. Diamond cautiously approaching. Diamond peeks this side. It's dangerous. Diamond's gonna peek that side and not gonna find it. Blazer gonna find a double. Oh my goodness. I did not think that was gonna go that way. Wow, just the bodies lined up for him to go 1 and then 2 and walks out alive with 3 bodies in front of him, putting us into a 2v4, and the res might be coming out shortly as well from Coach Coach, making it a 5v2. And this might be the round for Cataclysm to go tie this thing up.
Somebody just saw me. Oh, it looked like they shot at me. Oh, yeah, they shot at me. Where are they? Back side of the building.
Ricky putting shots onto Sullivan. Coach still going for that res, trying to get it. Nobody there to really contest it, and they do get the res, making it a 5v2. Tough proposition for these two attackers.
I have no idea. It's definitely right side. Maybe by the rock.
They're trying to identify where Ricky is, and they haven't. Ricky with a very tight angle from inside the building, putting shots onto this container trailer here. Just they can't identify where it came from. They think it's outside, but it is not outside. Well, Stubbs alive and with a tight angle onto them. If they cross out of that mid-region, it is dangerous. Bob the Gamer might spot Coach Codeth if he's not careful around that rock. They thought there was a defender there. There wasn't, but now there is, so something to be careful about. A lot of lasers dialed in the middle as they do get across. This laser trap, Stubbs looking for it, gets those SKS shots. Chandler looking back now. Very dangerous position to be peeking backwards in on. Chandler walking down a laser trap looking for Stubbs. And gets the kill. Got Coach Codeth looking for the refrag, but Chandler ducks down and is able to survive. Coach, though, gonna try to push it. Chandler hears it. Coach has some utility and is able to get a drop shot here. That is a tie. Cataclysm. He's gonna actually hold back and just play it tight. And a fantastic flash comes in, gonna land on Sullivan. A second one lands. Coach about to get a drop shot. He does get the drop shot, but without dropping, just looks down, finds a kill onto a completely blind Chandler there. Oh my God, what a great play. Let's watch that again. He waited for him to move a little bit, knew exactly where he was, and then sent the flashes over there. Great work, absolute great work, and that is basically going to guarantee that Cataclysm are going to tie this match, worst case. And I think the score's wrong. Let's see. After Hours at 3, Cataclysm are 2. Now let's see, how does this math work out? So, Cataclysm, or After Hours are in defense. Let's say they win this one, they go up 4 points, and then they cap the next one. They could get the oh-so-elusive 6-pointer. That would give them a win. So, we'll have to see. They've got to win this round first. They've got to win this round, and they go into their next round with all 3 possibilities on the table. They could win, they could tie, they could lose. So, let's see how this round shapes up. This is the penultimate round, potentially. Potentially, of course. We are going to be getting the quick spawn for Cataclysm, which I'll have to see how it pays off for him. Heclock going to find their first pick, making it a quick 5v4. Lots of shots going out across the board. Utility now being tossed. Coach pushing up quickly on this side. Ricky, though, going to find himself, not CK, making it a 5v3. They're going to get suppression out to push Stubbs up inside. He's trying to attack as best as he could. C4 gets blown a little early. Not going to find anybody.
Watch window. Watch window.
Coach gonna find himself another now, just down to 2. More utility coming out. Ashley, though, finally gets one of Cataclysm down, 2 alive. Ashley's not gonna find himself another. Blazer gonna find Ashley. Now it's a 1v2, quickly turning into a much better proposition for After Hours, but a lot of smoke coming in. Chandler Sullivan has to be worried. Has to be concerned. The entryways are blocked. OBJ is still clear, though. Rotates off to a slightly better position. Might find Heclock at this doorway. Ricky, though, rotating off as well. Back towards the other side. Oop, that's not what I wanted. Chandler pre-firing the smoke, making sure nobody's capping. Tucks into a corner with their back right next to Ricky. Ricky hears it. Ricky does not look this way, and now it's a 1v1. Can Chandler keep After Hours alive in this match? Looking for Heclock. Heclock about to enter the door. Heclock enters the door, and Rick and Chandler gonna find the pick, keeping After Hours alive in this game. Taking us to match point. I honestly can't even recall what happened in the first half of that round. There was just a lot of killing. Just killing. Much of it by Cataclysm. And in their final push, just shut down by After Hours at the entry points. Just the entry points of the building, they just shut him down. I think Ashley had a couple pivotal kills. I think 2 pivotal kills, then got refragged. And Chandler Sullivan had himself 2 kills and cleaned things up. But let's take a look at the scoreboard here. Ashley the Doc, 12-3 right now. 12-3, fantastic scoreline there. And the Cataclysm side, pretty even across the board. With Blazer leading the way with 7-5. Now we are going to be switching objectives to the center oil silo objective, one that I think is very tough to defend. So After Hours here at match point, in a really good place to be. A cap gets him a win gets him a tie, and a loss gets him a loss. Blazer going to be finding the first pick, putting Cataclysm on top. Spawn identified. Let's see how Cataclysm adjusts. Blazer really pushing off of identifying that spawn. Coach gonna find themselves another now, a 5v3. Not the way that it was expected. Blazer find another 5v2. Chandler has to get this refrag. But Blazer just really wrecking havoc through the backside. Gonna get the confirm and diamond as well. Maybe Chandler can find the pick. But CK finds themselves a pick on Heclac. Clean and clear headshot. CK looking for Ricky potentially next. Coach rotating back off too. A lot of rotations, potential for picks here. CK could find Kodith. CK could find Ricky. Chandler could find Blazer. If Diamond calls it out, Chandler has a chance of finding Blazer. Just pivotal. I think Chandler might have just spotted that, but missed the pick. CK spots Kodith. Ricky, though, gonna look back off of those shots, find that pick. All up to Chandler. Can he pull off another 1v4? He's done it twice tonight. Oh, he's so close to getting that pick onto Kodith. Kodith running around. Kodith looking back, and Kodith gonna find the pick. And that is gonna get Cataclysm the win for the match. We're not done, of course. We still have a couple more rounds to go, and every point matters. I've stressed this a couple times already, but After Hours, getting a 5-3 win here is still really good showing for them. It'd be, what would it be, an 8-7 loss. Very close match, so it's a good outcome after being down 5-2. But they and getting a map win is also good for their SRS ranking too. But man, that early aggression from Cataclysm, they did not hold back, and they went aggressive. They got some picks. Blazer went on and basically right through their spawn. the heart of the attackers and found a couple picks. And that's gonna put Blazer up at 9-5 now for this map. So really good work, and then Coach Coded with some quick peeks, pulling attention, letting Ricky get a pick, and then Coded with another quick peek, gets a final pick onto Chandler. Some fantastic stuff from Cataclysm there. After Hours, I put up a fantastic second half of this match here. We're gonna have mirrored spawns here. Let's follow along with the.
Alright, just be the counter sniper. Just wait for it. Alright, Blazer come with. Ricky come with. Okay. 78472777.
Got a 4-1 push, 4 of Cataclysm really pushing heavy on that beach side, which is a great attack point. Might catch this whole team off guard. Blazer leading the way, blazing the way for Cataclysm here. Tight defense by After Hours here. 4 defenders right tucked up here. We'll have to see how this pans out for them. Chandler looking this way. He must have heard some of those footsteps. And a great flash gonna come out. Blind Blazer. Blind shots coming out. Actually gonna find that pick. CK gonna get shots onto Coded. And CK gonna land. Now just Hecklack with that beach push. Tight defense, holding off. Blazer getting confirmed by Chandler finally.
No, confirming.
Now CK gonna get himself Hecklack as well, leaving just Stubbs and Ricky. The whole beach push neutralized, but CK gonna get picked. Chandler gonna get a refrag, and now shots onto Ricky as well from Diamond Ghost, I think, unless they were shooting onto Stubbs. Ricky, last man alive, trying to hold on to get some more points on the board for this map. Gonna take that same approach his teammates took, try to approach from the beach. Can he do anything differently? The bodies of his teammates lie here. The danger point awaits. Put shots on to potentially a body, and has been identified now. He's actually going to rotate off of that. He's going to give a decoy and pull off. Let's ride along with Ricky. See what he tries to do here. Diamond on a flank, though, looking for him. If he hears this, he can neutralize it, but if not, Diamond has a great chance of getting the pick. They're both looking around, exchanging shots. And a flash gonna come out. 2 flashes gonna catch Ricky. Can Diamond do what was done before to his teammate? And yes, he can. Double flash, drop down shot, getting them the map win. Fantastic stuff from After Hours. So close to making this a win for them, or even a tie. I mean, they literally just needed 1 more point on Arctic, and that would have done it. And I really think 3 is a magic number in this format. If you can get 3 points on a map, it's the chances of just giving up 3 points in your second map, I think, are... It's doable, but the chances of just giving up 2 points, I think, is much harder. Just the way that Volk and Marsuck rounds play off, just the way that OBJs play out, I think it's quite hard to try to just hold a team to just 2 points but After Hours put up a fantastic abandon. They had some great rounds. I think CQB was where Cataclysm had an edge, and it showed with that CQB defensive OBJ that they weren't able to hold. And when they got aggressive, got flanky, it really paid off for Cataclysm as well. And it was only once that they did that. It was a pivotal round. They knew it was a pivotal round, and they kind of pulled out a little bit of a change of pace there and paid off handsomely for them. And it was a great matchup. It was a lot of fun to watch. And I'm glad we got to tune into that match. Final score is going to be 8-7 with Cataclysm winning by 1 point. Each team takes home a map. Arctic to Cataclysm, Abandon to After Hours, each team taking their map pick. But that's going to be it from me, your caster Etch. I'm sure we've got a couple more casts lined up for tomorrow and this weekend. Can't wait to catch the rest of the games. And if you haven't already, go drop a subscription, a follow, gift some subs. All of that goes to supporting the league, the casters, and everything we're trying to do here at IVRL. And once again, thank you to everybody who makes IVRL possible, from the moderators, the board, to the casters, to all the volunteers, to you, of course, players and viewers who tune in and support us. Thank you for being here. Thank you to both teams for playing. This was a great matchup, and I'm glad we got to tune in. I'm your caster Etch, and we will catch you guys another time. Sayonara.